Frost here with your boy Spicy J. How was it?
No, you don't have to learn it. It is your
Uh
boy Dre 41, aka Mr. 4K, aka El Fuego, Spicy Dre, aka I am the Ops.
oh, AKA a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Might
well, we
add
got.
on more to it.
Well, these are ideas of Dre's. Are probably they are a little better than mine. I was shocked that he wanted to talk about it, but it's actually good. We'll start with
Wow.
no, no, because
Okay.
no. I was shocked because this is something I would have picked too, but like I was because I know how you are with the whole rants and reviews because everybody does it, but you got to put a spin on it, and it's nice if people would interact, and hopefully you're putting this out, because I'm putting it out, but it's not getting a lot of views yet. Stuff's got to take some time. But I sent you the links to the old ones. Hopefully you retweeted them, but I didn't see a retweet, so.
It's not retweet, it's sharing it. Oh my goodness. It's sharing on you. You know,
Yeah, but Elon says that if you retweet and like, it actually helps a lot
we're
more.
not talking about him. We're not talking about
No, no,
him.
no, no. He says it as his alter ego, Adrian Dittman. He says to do it that way, so this way you'll be surprised. I started doing that, and I gained like 50 followers. So it actually works. It helps. More people see it. But anyway, and he said hashtags don't really work too much anymore. But then again, who knows? He owns a company, whatever. But where do you want to start? You want to start? You start it.
All
You
right.
want to?
So here's the thing. This is what we're gonna talk about this week, guys. Number one, we're gonna talk about the big homie Andrade flip flopping back and forth, and he might be used as a pawn for WWE to get Edge. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna also talk about Seth Rollins. Potentially, I don't think it's potential. He's gonna have to drop the title because he's gonna have to have surgery for that broken clavicle or something, whatever it is. It's fine. Then we're also going to talk about NXT versus TNA. What's the end game and who benefits more? More than likely it's WWE, but
Of
we'll get
course.
into that. And then what we are going to speak about is swap one male and one female wrestler from AEW to WWE and from
Oh.
WWE to AEW words.
Oh. Oh.
So let's get into the first part of this where we're going to be talking about Andrade, who flip flops. I don't know how he does it. He must have the best type of contract. So,
Actually, did you
reports
hear the
was
latest?
what?
Did you hear the latest? Technically,
Yeah, no, I
uh,
heard it. I heard it.
uh
So
okay.
he's on a no compete clause for what, 90 days?
Yeah, because if you get fired, they could actually hold you up to a year.
Up
You know
to a
that?
year. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think that WWE are enforcing that because they want to say to AEW, and I said this before, and I'll say it again. They're going to use this. Well, I didn't say it to this point, but it basically gets to the same thing that I was talking about. John Cena versus Edge. Edge is still under contract with AEW, and they're going to say, "Hey, AEW, if you want us to drop this one
Ah,
year no complete call,
got you.
compete clause, let
Yeah.
us use Edge, and you can go ahead and let Andrade do his thing. Because right now Andrade just won the Crash Championship in Mexico, so good for him. At least he's working somewhere. Um, that's what I think is going to happen. They're going to use that as leverage. Andrade will be the leverage for WWE to get Edge to face John Cena for his last match. That's what I think they're working towards. So
Really?
if you do see Andrade wrestling AEW within the next couple of months, I think they were able to get that done.
Oh, so
WWE
predictions.
are diabolical. They are
Oh,
diabolical.
oh,
They
I
know what they're
know.
doing.
Oh, I know. They do shady shit to get people, and then what do? They shit on the people sometimes, and it's crazy. But I don't know. But like, yeah, no, that makes sense. But like, I don't know. But I mean, he's getting a lot of shit. Have you been reading his feed? A lot of people been responding to his stuff saying, "Shut up, bitch! You can't learn English. You can't get along with anybody. You're a douche. You're this. You're that." So he's
Okay, so you don't have to get along with nobody as long as you're professional. I think that's the biggest thing. But
no, but you need fans
I,
though. Without fans, you ain't
I'm
nothing.
gonna I'm gonna have to assume this. He probably doesn't have the best attitude, mainly
Yeah.
because it just seems like he's always just has issues with people, which is a little bit odd because you got to work with them. I would have to say that he has to put his ego aside. I wouldn't even say so. I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess you're working for a wrestling company that's based in the United States. So yes, should you learn English to help you get over more? Absolutely. But that's
Well,
something that he should invest himself into doing. I,
yeah.
I mean, it's only but so much the company can say, like, hey, you should do this or maybe you should do that. No, you gotta sit there and say, who am I trying to be? What am I trying to do? All right, cool. I'm trying to be a big star. I'm trying to get over. I'm trying to be booked more. Because I think that's like his biggest issue. And I'm not saying that you have to know how to speak English, but
To,
look how much it's benefited Kari Sane and Asuka.
well, to
Now
be
they're
fair,
doing promos and they're being utilized more. I mean, Asuka was always being used, but Kari Sane and Io Sky, like they're
and
being used more because they can speak English.
you're loving the whole anime. I saw that on your feed. I'm loving it. Would you
No, it
Kai?
really was like anime. Like they
That shit's
were
funny.
so anime characters
Yeah,
backstage. It was ridiculous. And it was because I watch anime, so it's like they're acting like anime schoolgirls. They're
yeah.
literally acting like Japanese schoolgirls, and it's hilarious.
Well,
Like
I
they're
did.
definitely drawn from that.
I did enjoy when they had the umbrellas though, and they were like spinning them, and they were going. And it was just like that shit was diabolical. But I don't like that they're trying to like split up Kyrie and her. To me, that's just I feel like
Whoa,
that's waste.
whoa, sir. Let's whoa. Let's not
No, no, we'll
drive
say
off the
that.
road too
We'll
much.
say
We
that. We'll say
gotta.
that. But my point here, like what you're saying, Andrade. Honestly, yes, I get what you're saying about the English part, but uh, Penta. I'm sorry, but I feel like Andrade's English is better than Penta's. Um, and
Mm,
a little bit, but Andrade, I don't. He's already proven himself 10 times. He's worth it. Why? Maybe it's that they're just not pushing him. I don't know why. He's got the look. He could get the matches over. He's willing to get people over. He's willing to do the work, and he's good. He's the type of guy who should be in the main. He should be feuding with Roman Reigns, not other people. Like he's the type of guy. He's already ahead. He's been there. He's proven it. To me, I feel like WWE's taking him around. I feel like if he goes to TNA, they're just stupid to even let him go. I mean, to even do that, they should have just pushed him. And once again, though, that's my whole thing we talked about before the last two podcasts is that they just got so much talent that they suddenly who is it they have the Woody for this week? Andrade earned it. He earned his spot. He's a what do you call it? A seasoned veteran. He can do this
well,
stuff.
well,
Give
I
him a
mean,
manager, man. He doesn't need to talk. Warrior
well, he
couldn't
already
talk.
has a manager, Don Callis.
No, I
So,
know. I'm talking about WWE. They should have just gave him a manager, but that's my point.
well, I mean, it's too late now. I mean, he's already
Yeah.
back in AEW.
No,
He
I know,
signed the
I know.
contract.
But to me, I feel like
So,
they did him dirty. They did him dirty. They could have done better with him. People were so excited when he came back. They're like, all you hear is Idolo. People are like, wah, losing their shit. They're like, he's back. And they did nothing with him, which is total crap. But I get it. As far as AEW, personally, I think that's a bad move on his part. He should have went everywhere else because now he's locked in. And once again, just like the last time he left, he had to wait till his contract was up, and he was pissed. And you remember that drama. It's gonna happen again. It's not gonna happen. It's only been a
well, I
year.
mean, it's here's the thing, though. I mean, with him just signing this new contract, we don't know how long it's gonna be. But I mean, now he basically has to sit out, so he can't even wrestle on TV. I
Uh,
think he could take like independent bookings, which
well,
whatever you
if
get
he
your
was
bread.
if he was smart and it was a long deal, I would take a shorter deal just for the fact that he's locked in there. What if say things get better and things start changing like once the landscape like in another year or so Roman's officially done, Cena's
What? Wait a
done.
minute. Do
Like
you feel like he has to be in WWE to be able to
I
like?
just feel like he did what he could in AEW. There's only so much you could do on the indies.
You
AEW
don't
is
think he
like
did more in WWE?
not really.
Are you serious? Hold on.
I
You
feel like in
bugging.
AEW he had an identity. He had that. In WWE, he brought that back with him, which was like, yeah, just like when Aleister Black came back, it was like, hell yeah. And they gave
Hmm.
Aleister his wife. She's with him now.
I
So it's
think you're
like
too
I
hooked
feel
on
like
this
it's a
WWE
waste. It's
thing.
a waste. I feel like there's something different. I think that there's an issue
Mm,
between him and Charlotte. I think that's why.
no, I don't
I
think
think that's
so.
what held
Hold
him
on.
back.
Hold
They
on.
sh-
I'm
they
about to
sh-
look.
they should have put him
All
on
right.
Monday Night Raw. They should have put him on Raw and let him flourish. But no, they left him
No,
on
see,
SmackDown
okay,
with his
you're
ex-wife.
too trapped in this mindset of just WWE and that's it. That's how you
Well,
always
because
been.
WWE
But
never even got
here,
to do what they could
yes, he
with
did.
him.
Hold on, hold
Eh.
on. In AEW, I'm looking. He didn't win one championship in AEW.
I know.
Not one. Okay. In
And look how
WWE,
that ended.
NXT champion,
But
NXT
look,
champion, Speed champion, United States champion. He's won
he's
some
never
titles in
gotten the
WWE.
world title, dude. And this
He
next run,
never will.
and this next
Some of them,
run,
come on now, some of them you gotta just accept
dude,
the fact that they're not.
this next run, this last run he had, he didn't get any titles. I mean, he literally was just put there to job. He jobbed for people. He had like best of series, which was a waste of time. There's less TV. If you're separating your brand and you're gonna have the guys wrestle
Okay,
once
but
a
if you're
week,
saying all this, he didn't do anything with them, then why do you need him to be there? Can he go
because when
somewhere
he went
else?
to so Andrade, a lot of people liked him. He went to AEW. He wanted out of WWE. Vince McMahon's a pedophile, chew boy, cha cha, whatever. I don't know, but he goes to AEW, and then they start using him. He gets to be who he gets to create himself, reinvent himself, and he did. And it's Andrade, and then he gets, like you said, he didn't get a title. He got screwed over. He couldn't wait to leave. He goes to WWE. He brings that mask. He brings that aura with him. Like it's like Rusev. Rusev is Andrade. He's Timu Andrade. Like they're not really doing much with him. Really, like dude, he's a monstrous force, and they bring him in, and he's average Joe, and they did the same thing to Andrade, except Andrade has the look. He's got the skills. Yes, the
Okay,
talking. The talking can be done by somebody else, and they could have used that to because he could wrestle anybody. Rusev can't. So,
okay,
but that's to
but
the
here's
point.
the thing.
But then
Here's
they
the
didn't do
difference.
enough with him.
Here's the difference, though. If they see value in them, they are going to use them. You want them to be somewhere where they're not valued,
Dude,
which
he came
I
in as
do
a
not
face. He went
understand.
heel, and he came back to face again, dude. He
But
did
I
two
still
flips
don't
in a year.
understand, why do you want him to go somewhere that you literally just said he's not valued?
No, no, no. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying I would like to see him there do that because I would like to see him at his fullest potential. And yes, like I said, he hasn't been valued. That's why. To me, just because they didn't do it doesn't mean like look at. Well, we'll talk about it later, but it's certain people sometimes get thrust into it because things happen, and then plans have to go ahead of time, have to get pushed ahead of time due to those issues. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. It's like I feel like they took more of a chance on Jeff Hardy, even though they knew his issues, than they did Andrade. And Jeff, when he talks, it's like meh, yeah, yeah. It's like to me, there's nothing exciting about him talking. And Andrade's a much better wrestler, and I just feel like he has the look. He has this. And there was other rumors too saying that maybe they wanted him to go to AAA and start working AAA stuff, and he didn't want to do AAA. I guess because he had an issue with Conan or something. I don't know. And Conan's like, I don't have an issue with him, so it's who knows. But I feel like
Okay.
if they promised him a push and actually started pushing him, he would have done it. I feel like maybe he got pissed off either one because of Charlotte and the issues because she brought that drama with her when she came back. We all know about that. Tiffany Stratton put it out there and almost got in trouble for it, even though she made good use of it, like which shows she's a pro wrestler. She even knows how to shit talk. But
Okay, but still.
Andrade, no, it doesn't matter. But Andrade, she comes in. Have you noticed when she comes back, Andrade went blank? You saw him less. It's like they
Okay,
kept them
but here,
apart.
once again, they okay, but
You can't be
I
happy
think
if
you're
you're him.
lose. I think you're being lost in the sauce with this one. I think you're focusing more on what WWE should have did as opposed to how he should be utilized at his current
I
position.
feel like they lost out on him the first time when they didn't do anything with him when he was with Zelina and he was kind of hot and then he got the tag teams together.
Sir, you're still talking about
No, no, no. Then he leaves.
WWE.
No, but then he
He's in
but then he
AEW. Like
leaves.
what?
Yeah, but then he leaves and then he comes back. He
My
leaves, then he
goodness.
comes back, and then they still don't do anything, and he's even more seasoned. To me, that irritates me. And as far as like you said, bringing Edge in, I don't know. Like you might be right because Triple H was pissed off when fans were chanting Edge. He had that look on his face, like, "Oh, shut up," because Triple H wants to be seen everywhere. Like he still has an ego, even though he's running the company. Except he didn't actually start it, so he has no right to have that ego. He's the boss now. He
Look,
needs to stay in the back and know his role. Well, no, Vince
here's,
McMahon created
here's
it. Vince McMahon could do what he want.
we know this. You're not saying anything new here. I mean, we
Yeah,
get it. It's the okay. We he was a wrestler, and then he became one of the top guys in the company. But to
his
bring
time's
it
over.
back in,
Yeah,
because I feel like we kind of getting off the road here.
yeah.
Andrade being back in AEW, he's flip flopping back and forth. I think, to be honest, that it's harsh to say he doesn't belong in American wrestling. And
Uh, uh,
the reason why I say that is because one, he still have not been able, and he's been wrestling since he got to WWE. Hold on, because I just want to make sure that I got the timing right for this. Let me see, let me see, let me see. Sorry, I just got to go through. Okay, NXT. He got to WWE. He got signed November 19th of 2015. November 20th of 2015, his ass should have been taking English classes. He's been wrestling in America for 10. No, I'm not saying, look, I don't want it to make it sound crazy, and I'm just going to preference it with this. Um, you don't have to know English to wrestle. It helps. It definitely helps. And if you want to get over to the American fan base or English fan base, Canadian fan base, these countries where English is the primary language, it will benefit you to learn it. You don't have to, but it benefits you.
yeah, I get that.
He's been wrestling in America for 10 years, almost 10 years. Next month will make it
I
10
saw him on
years.
Total
And
Divas,
he's,
and he seemed like he
hold
knew
on,
how to
hold,
speak enough.
but he probably is not comfortable enough to cut promos in English. Now, the
Uh,
thing is, if you've been here for 10 years and you still have not mastered the ability to cut promos in English and need a manager, need a Zelina Vega, need a Matt Hardy, need a
yeah.
Don Callis, whatever the case is, that says that you're not taking your career seriously with the opportunity you have of being a prominent wrestler in America. Not even
Well,
America, let's just say to the English speaking fan base. All right.
well, it,
You could speak two languages. Hold on. Let me get my rocks off. Um, and that's the reason why I think that he just does not fit in the American scheme. Not the American. Let me change that. The English scheme of wrestling. I think
no.
honestly, if you can go to, and I'm sorry to say this, he can go to an MLW and thrive. He can go to a Crash and thrive. He can go to a CMLL and
Yeah.
thrive. I don't think necessarily he needs to be worrying about going to these American wrestling companies
Well, it's the
anymore
money.
because honestly,
Yeah.
yes, the money's probably great, but honestly, unless he really is invested in building his character, he's wasting his own time
Well, yeah, that's
because
true.
he's going to be one of those people who just could have been instead of will be. And I think that's what's stopping these companies from really using him. Yeah, they'll sign him, great hand, can work, got a good character, but where are the promos? Where are the storytelling? He can't do it.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
Well, I feel like um, he just has such a good look, and he wrestles in the ring. He's smooth in the ring. It's like it irks me, dude. It's like ugh. I mean, COVID was bad, but like, and everything you had to deal with during COVID. But this is like, it's like, why didn't WWE or Triple H say, look, we brought you back because we want you. Go down to NXT, spend a month down there, practice your promos. They could have done that too, which because they do that to everybody else. Look where Omos was. They sent him to Japan, still paid him buku bucks, and he became a monster. And what they do? They used him in one Worlds Collide, and that was it. Like, really? I
No,
feel
he's
like they
being used in AAA.
yeah, and that's stupid because it's like, okay, so now you're gonna start doing that. Okay, well then there goes
I
my
mean,
theory again. Bring
okay,
back
so
WCW. Let him do his thing at
no,
WCW and
oh
not
god,
talk.
we're not going into this
Well,
one.
think about it. No,
So with Almost, and once again, we're driving off the road again. He's being used as the Japanese would do as is excursions, so
yeah,
they can learn how to be more proficient in wrestling. And I
yeah,
think that's what they're really focusing on almost as opposed to just having him in catering. They're saying,
almost.
hey, we're going to bring you to Japan. We're going to have you wrestle in Mexico. We're going to have you really, we're not going to leave you in the PC center and try to do it that way. We're going to have you get, cut your teeth on the road. And I
Yeah,
think that's a good thing for him.
yeah, yeah. I don't
But
know. But to wrap it up,
But
though,
yeah,
I still feel like it's a huge missed opportunity. And if AEW gets him, they really should
well, they got
push
him.
him.
I
No,
mean,
I mean I'm talking about like if nothing bad happens with this, he doesn't get pissed off and quit, and because you know how life is life happens. But I'm just saying they need to like really push this guy and make something of him because, I mean, like I don't know, like I met Tony Atlas and talking to him is like talking to two elderly senile old men. I mean, he went off so many different times, different ways, and like
I
I'm
have a
like,
feeling.
yeah, it's haha funny. That's not what I mean. But like he's like really he's even asking me, oh, if you know any promoters in Canada, get me a, hit me up. Oh, I'm like, what? I'm a fan, dude. But my point is that like I just feel like this is a guy who could be something. But yes, he has to be pushed, and someone's got to the first person that could find the way to get him to do better promos and learn promos. They're the one that's going to make a lot of money off this guy, a lot.
Yeah. Well,
But
we'll see what happens, and I think he's going to be used as a pawn potentially to get Edge one more match in WWE. But we'll see what happens with that. Now.